How you doing, guys, and welcome back. I'm doing something a wee bit different today. I'm going to have a look at these boots that I've owned for about 4 years now. These are the North Face Ultra Fastpack 3. They're a kind of hybrid trainer boot. I got them because I was wanting something that was lightweight, and these are coming in at 470 grams each, so a fairly lightweight boot. They're fully waterproof, or they were, because they've got a Gore-Tex membrane in them, and I've had a decent 4 years out of these on various terrains: snow, grass, wet grass, rocks, everything. But yeah, so what I noticed on a West Island Way trip recently was that I felt moisture in my right boot, and it wasn't sweat. I just knew that it was something failing. And then I'd done a couple of other hills just to test out my theory, and on my last one it was a wet trip up a hill, and I noticed that 100% this boot here has failed. The waterproofness is gone. As soon as any moisture got onto it, like a wee river crossing, that was it. My foot was wet. So I've got a theory about why the boot failed, and I'm going to do something that I've thought about doing it, and I'm going to do it. Basically, I'm going to chop the boot in half. I'm just going to go right down the middle, and I'm going to try and find where it failed. I'll talk you through why I think it failed. So as you can see along here, there's this kind of like rubberized toe box, and then down the sides, you have this kind of like it's almost like a clear like skin going across the side of the boot, and again up to rubberized here. So that's obviously good because it keeps the moisture from going in there. On top, you've got this kind of mesh, and this allows water to go in and vapor to come out. However, fine grit and stones and everything will go in through there, but there's nowhere for it to come out. So my theory is that there's been a build-up of grit and dirt around this area somewhere, and that is where it's worn down the Gore-Tex membrane, and that's how the boot's failed. So without further ado, I guess I'm just going to have to go for it. I'm just going to go right down the middle, chop the boot in half, and try and understand the boot more and see where it failed. I might regret this, but it's no use anymore. The waterproofness is gone, so do you know what? Let's go for it. Oh, I think this might be tougher than I thought as well. No going back now, and I've got one shot at this. Straight away, I can see this is the Gore-Tex here, and that is fairly dirty in there. I think you can see that. So let's just carry on slicing and see what happens. So I'll cut a wee bit of this off here so you can see what I mean about this being a mesh. So as you can see, that is completely see-through. So it's like a mesh that allows the moisture out, but it's also letting the grit and dirt getting in. And just even that, peeling that off, you can see all the grit that's sitting underneath there. Carry on chopping. What I don't want to be doing is slicing my fingers off. It's a lot trickier than I thought. Aha, yes, I have found the failed part. Well, that was quicker than I thought. I thought I was going to have to chop the boot straight in half. However, I have found the failed portion. As you can see in there, that's the front of the boot. And it's been that portion there that's worn away, so the Gore-Tex has worn right through it, and you can see the amount of dirt and gunk that's built up in there. And it's very, very gritty. There's a big part of me just wants to keep on going. You can see all of this grit that's come out the boot. I think chopping the boot square in half is going to be a lot tougher than I thought with this rubberized sole. Do I dig out a hacksaw? Right, hacksaw time. Let's see if this works. See all the cushioning that is in the ankle. And again, there's so much dirt and gunk inside here. I'll cut a portion away and we'll see it. This is like the heel part here is like a kind of toughened rubber. Right, let's get it out. The amount of dirt and grit that's coming out from the inside of the boot is a lot. I'm actually just going to cut around the top of here and take the Gore-Tex sock out and to see how that's all fitted. So there is the sock inner. That's the Gore-Tex part of the boot. 100% not waterproof now that I've hacked it to pieces. But yes, yep. So I can see the two portions. So where I was getting the water in was around here. See where it was flexing, where your toe flexes? And I can see on the sock inner, this portion here, where are we? That portion there, and on the opposite side here. So my theory has been right, and I think it's been all the dirt and all the grit that's got in there has just perished the Gore-Tex membrane a lot sooner than what I've ever experienced on another pair of boots. Like I say, I've only owned these 4 years, and it's just because of this mesh allowing so much dirt and grit to go in there. Obviously it's really breathable, allowing your feet to stay cool and everything, but however there's no way for that grit to come out. I think that if there was a way or some kind of, I'm not sure, some kind of like holes or breathability around the bottom, that might allow the grit to get out, but likewise that would let moisture in. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Do I like these boots, or did I like these boots? I really did, and they were good boots, and I was going to buy the newer version of them, but because of this, it featured this same membrane on the top, this kind of mesh, and I thought that's going to fail again. So I've opted for a more robust boot. It's completely covered. It's a suede. It's basically the new Scarpas, and I'll do a wee video on them soon. But yeah, there we go. If you've ever wondered what the inside of a North Face Ultra Fastpack 3 boot looks like, there you go. And that is all the ming, so that all the dirt and everything that's in your boot that you don't see. It looks lovely and clean on the outside, but obviously all that grit getting in there has just ruined it early. That's actually stinking how much rubbish is in there. 4 years of good hill walking. But yes, like I say, I am replacing these with a set of Scarpas, and I'll give you a show of them now. So there, this is what I'm going to be replacing these with. These are the Scarpa R Evo GTX boots, another Gore-Tex boot. However, it's a solid suede, so what that was doing was letting all the dirt in, like I keep saying. The dirt can't get through that. They're not going to be as breathable. However, I reckon my feet are going to stay a lot drier for a lot longer. Plus, these can be resoled, so if I take care of this part, then I'll get a lot more than 4 years out of them, I hope. But yes, there we go. That is it. I had an itch to scratch. I wanted to know why these boots had failed, and I've done it, and my theory was right. Just all that dirt getting in there has just worn down the boots across these two pinch points. I reckon they would have went anyway, but all that dirt and grit in there has not helped. And as you can see on this table, look at all this. I mean, that's just all that's in the boot. So much grit and dirt and sand in there has just worn the Gore-Tex away. Something a wee bit different. I hope you've liked it. I hope it's gave you a wee bit of an insight into how these boots are made, and obviously you can understand the build-up or the makeup of them a wee bit better. But yes, these are well and truly finished. These are now off to the big boot bin in the sky, and they've served me well, but I will not be buying an ultra light boot like that again. Yes, what else is there to say? I've just chopped my boot up. So until next time, I hope you've enjoyed that, and give it a wee thumbs up if you have. And if you want to see more videos like this, I'm not going to be chopping up boots all the time. But yeah, give the channel a wee subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one, where I'll be out testing my new boots.